Douglas Bickford. It is the 1st of June, 2021. I am free and clear of a toxic relationship for 7 months now. And the way I handled it was I was married to a woman for 3.5 years. I got into it because I had no self-esteem because when I was a child, my father sexually molested me and one other brother and four other sisters, okay, which destroyed my self-esteem. So for 65 years, I never had any up till about 7 months ago when I found a book. I found a book called The Portable Therapist, okay? And that's the cover of it. It fell off because I've been reading this thing over and over again and putting it up on YouTube this second time around. I put it up on YouTube, but these are updated versions. I'm all looking good and everything, okay? Because people will listen to me if I present this very important book to you by a doctor of psychology, Susanna McMahon, PhD, okay? She's a psychiatrist. She knows the brain. So this stuff doesn't come from Douglas Bickford. And the one simple concept I got out of the book from a doctor of psychology that saved my life and filled that inner void that I have, we all have in here, okay? Fill that void was one simple concept out of this book. Look in the mirror and say, I love you, to you. Say it over and over again and keep saying it for the rest of your life. And it will change you from the inside out, okay? It'll save you from loneliness, drug addiction, relationship jumping, breakups with your girlfriend or your husband or your wife, if both people do it, okay? This book will save you from drug and alcohol addiction, from codependency, from narcissism, from every personality disorder. I'm telling you, we all have all these problems because self-esteem does not come naturally when we're born. And you have to learn self-esteem, how to do it, but it's very, very simple to get self-esteem, self-love, okay? Just by that one simple concept, okay? Now, I say all kinds of stuff in the mirror to myself every day. Like, I love Douglas A. Bickford. I will not live in the past in guilt, and I will not live in anxiety in the future. I am a beautiful person. I am full of God's goodness. I am full of goodness. I am a good person. I'm a good father. I'm a good grandfather. I am a good husband. I am excellent, a very talented musician, guitar, piano, and Um, I have a good singing voice. I am will not mask my pain, my sexual, emotional, or physical abuse all the way up to this point, my 65th, 65. I will not mask my pain with drugs, alcohol, sex, TV, religion, another person. Uh, I will not mask my pain with anything. I will face my pain. And I do not deny that I have had emotional, sexual, and physical abuse. I do not deny it. I will not, I refuse to mask it because I have to face it because masked pain never leaves. Okay. And, I hate to tell you all this out there, but pot is the same thing as alcohol, as it's a drug. Okay. And people are using it to mask their pain. People are even using caffeine to mask their pain. A caffeine is a stimulant, it's a drug. So is nicotine. And you can, just think about it. You wake up in the morning, you get a cup of coffee, and if you smoke, I got my cat. She's getting her tail in front of my lens there. Come here, Bubble. Come here. Come here, Bobby, Bobby. Come here. Here, I'll show you Bubbles. That's Bubble right there. Isn't she the cutest thing you ever seen? I love you, Bobby. I love Bubble. Anyway, that's Bubbles. So you gotta go on your merry way, kid. So, but I changed my coffee from. Okay, anyway, so you turn. Okay, so in the morning, right? Here's what you do. If you smoke, you light up a smoke. First thing you do when you get out of bed. I mean, that's it, like first thing, and then you put a pot of coffee on, right? Then you got the smoke, the coffee, and then what you do is turn on the evening or the morning news. So you get your drugs, okay, which is caffeine and nicotine if you smoke. But if you don't smoke, you're getting caffeine, and then you get your daily dose of brainwashing through the television, and then you mask your pain, everything that happens. Then you turn on your car and the radio, or your radio in the car, and then you listen to all the same old garbage they feed you. And if you smoke, you're smoking in your car, right? Or you stop at the you don't smoke. You stop at the drive-through coffee joint, okay? Some of you don't even have a coffee pot, man. You just hit Starbucks, okay? You gotta get Starbucks, and then you get the triple mocha, double fudge, whipped cream on frickin' top. So then you're eating all the sugar and then the caffeine and everything else. Then you get the sugar high and the caffeine high. I mean, that's the way it is. We've been trained to do that. Okay. So I mean, this is hard for you to accept out there, but you can change all of it. Come here, Bobble. She keeps getting right there. Come here, Bobby. You gotta go, honey. Oh man. Anyway, what was I saying? But you can end the madness, okay, just by that one simple concept. And then the book, The Portable Therapist, is in link in the description of this video. Go get the book. It's probably between $6 and $12 and read it for yourself. But the first thing to do to get on the road to healing your mind is say, I love you in the mirror, because everything comes from insecurity. That's what insecurity is. You don't have confidence in yourself to do anything. So you just you go through life in a fog, man. I mean, I'd say 99% of the people don't have self-esteem. And if you happen to see me on YouTube, you're one of them, because you're on YouTube looking for happiness, which you will never find happiness in anything I just said. Radios, TVs, newspapers, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. You won't get it in material possessions. You won't get it anywhere but inside you. And you just got to keep pounding on. If you say I love you in the mirror, it will change that for you. Seriously, it changed me. I mean, I was like 6 months ago, I was in a bad place. Okay, lost the woman I loved, lost 5 acre farm, 4 bedroom, 2 bath house, lost everything I owned, living in an RV in Christmas Valley, Oregon. But it saved me. This book saved me. Okay, and it all happened for a reason. And I've let go in love against my ex-wife to be and all her family that lived on my property that were abused me for 3.5 years. I've let go in love. That's what we have to do. And I faced the pain. And I'm learning that there's two things that we can control. One is how you feel about yourself. So you can choose today to love yourself by saying that in the mirror and keep saying it over and over again. And the behavior because of that feeling, how we feel about ourselves. That's it. That's the only two things we can control. And there's an exception to that if you're caring for a disabled person or care of your small children or animals. You can take care of them and don't hurt them. That's within your control, either your animals or your children. You can treat them and be a good role model for them and teach them self-love, self-esteem. The animals, they already have it. They're all they are is just little gods running around because they have the spirit, the same spirit we have in us. And they don't do anything. They're just totally innocent. That's why people that harm animals, man, there's not a good place for them. I don't believe I don't know. I'm not judging. I'm not God. I can't judge what happens when we die. None of us know. Okay. I don't care what the religions try to tell you. Nobody knows what happens when we die. But I believe that we are all connected. It's by the same spirit. Whether you call it God or whether you call it the Spirit, whether you call it the Great Spirit, I call it the Great Spirit. I believe we're all connected with the animals and we're all going to go to a good place. Uh, but you can be happy on the road there because we're already on the road there. Okay, because we all die. Uh, we're already on the road, but you can make this part of it. You can be happy by just looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, I love you. It'll give you fill that void that we all feel. Okay. It'll change your life. I mean, I promise you it would if you just do it. Anyway, so here's the next chapter. I'm going through the book chapter by chapter. You can continue to watch me, subscribe, like, and share my videos. And because I'm going through each chapter by chapter. And that would be good if you did, because then you would learn. But I suggest getting the book and reading it. And it's in the link, like I just said. Chapter 66. What is a good relationship? One way to think about relationships is to visualize a continuum. Narcissistic, taking, and it's on a graph, and narcissistic on this side, healthy in the middle, and codependent, giving on the other side of it. So there's narcissistic, healthy, codependent. Okay. I'll just show it to you. That's what it looks like. Okay. All right. Healthy relationships exist in the middle band of this continuum with flexibility to change and to move back and forth in the direction of the end points. Good relationships mean that no one involved in the relationship ever gets to the end point in either direction, and no one stays in one place for very long. We all know what narcissists look like. These are the people who cannot give to others, but expect others to give everything to them. These people are the epitome of self-centeredness and usually have no intention of working on their own behalf when they can manipulate others to work for them. The codependent is the exact opposite and will be explained fully in the next question. This continuum shows that healthy relationships exist in the middle between too much giving and too much taking. A good relationship is also comprised of mutual respect and kindness to the self and to the other. These are probably the two most important qualities of a good long-term relationship. These qualities can be, and often are, more critical to the relationship than love. If love means respect and kindness, then love is critical. However, too often what we define as love really means neediness, and we treat the ones we love without respect and without kindness. If what we call love is really need masquerading as love, then it will not produce a good relationship. A good relationship is also comprised of trust, acceptance, communication, a genuine liking for the other person, a genuine liking of the other person, and a willingness to compromise at times. There must be a recognition of the other as a separate person from ourselves, with his or her own needs and values and choices. There are things about each of us that are separate from the other person and separate from the relationship, and this holds true for the other as well. Good relationships are not about constant closeness or consistent sharing and agreement. These attributes can quickly become suffocating and boring. One important reason to have relationships is to challenge ourselves into growth and development. This growth and development cannot take place in a threatening or scary environment. Thus, a good, healthy relationship provides a safe, secure, encouraging place in this crazy world in which we can be ourselves without pretense. We are allowed to express feelings, make mistakes, experiment, take risks, and be nurtured along the way. In addition to providing support and nurturance, a good relationship also provides stimulation and sometimes a good kick in the pants. One of the problems today in having a good relationship is that there are very few long-term models available to emulate. Our society, the Western model, has taught us that sexual attraction and addiction to the other are critical components for our relationships. It has also taught us that the purpose for having a relationship is to get our needs met through the other. The only way to get past this training is to recognize that the first and most important relationship that you can have is the one you have with yourself. All other relationships will follow from that. You can never have a better relationship with someone else than you do with yourself. No one else can love you the way you want to be loved. No one else can fulfill your needs. I'll read that one more time. The first and most important relationship you can have is with you. Have with yourself, with you that you have with yourself. All your other relationships will follow from that. You can never have a better relationship with someone else than you do with yourself. No one else can love you the way you want to be loved, and no one else can fulfill your needs. That's what's happened to me over the last 7 months. And I am not the same person I was, because now I love Douglas A. Bickford. I will never get in a toxic relationship again. I will never put my inner child through that, because you all have this inner child that is screaming out for attention, and nobody knows that we have an inner child. And that's what causes you all your it holds all your emotional pain and everything. And it won't even let you get at it unless you calm down your screaming 2-year old that lives inside of you. And the problem with it is the inner child never advances past the age of 2 years old. It's your emotions, and it never grows up with you. You become an adult, you still have a 2-year old inside of you. We all have it, and you can't. It's just the way it is. I don't know why it is that way, but that's the way it is. And without self-esteem, you can't love or be loved either. You have to have self-love before you ever get in a relationship, with a love relationship. You can get in relationships all day long with love relationships, but they'll never work if you don't love yourself first. It's true. That's why people have been married 5 times. That's why I've been married 4 times. That's why people relationship jump their whole lives. Some people never get in a relationship with anybody because of it. They never get married, uh, because, you know, but it's a God's gift to us to have healthy relationships. But it's been trained out of us, and one of the ways it's trained out of us through the television. Okay, that's a big one, you know. Anyway, I'll have another chapter for you later. Please get the book in the link, and please continue to watch me, share, like, and sub my channels. I got more than one channel, and I'm on a mission. I'm teaching self-esteem, something that nobody teaches on the internet. Absolutely nobody teaches uh, how to have it and how to attain it and how to keep it. They always go off on some other tangents. I just watched, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 of them this morning. They talk and they talk and they talk and they tell you all this stuff and all these meetings and blah, blah, blah. But they never tell you the one simple concept, which is looking in the mirror and saying, I love you, and do it every day. You can get a hold of Douglas Bickford at 753 at gmail.com. I'll have more later for you. Y'all have a great day out there.